Hi, my name is Alex, and today we're going to talk about banishing evil spirits, breaking curses, and breaking bad luck. And this topic forced me to take a deep look inside myself, and I have a curse. I have a demon that I want to get rid of. And this demon has caused me so much trouble. And we all have demons in our lives. And they're not little horns and running around. They're inside of us, and they make us do things that are not healthy. They make us suffer unnecessarily. And your demon could be overeating, it could be pornography, it could be deceit, it could be suicide. Your demon is not my demon. And so it's very hard for us to appreciate the other person's struggles in this area. But I want to be open and honest about my demon. I come from a family of extreme violence. My demon is violence. My father went to prison for being violent. My brother went to prison many times for being violent. I have been to prison many times for being violent. I haven't been to prison for 12 years. And I defeated my demon of violence by getting off hard drugs and by choosing to live a better life. Hypnosis, meditation, spiritual practices, yoga, self-discipline, and the courage to say things like what I'm saying to you right now, that I have a problem. And just like overeating or suicide, maybe the demon is always at your door, ready to come in as soon as you let your guard down, because that's the experience that I have in my life. I am always just one bad decision away from being violent. I have two brothers. One brother is in and out of prison. He stabs people. Yeah, he's not a nice guy. Okay. The drugs make it worse. Okay. I have another brother, and he's chief of police in Oklahoma. And my advice, if you ever get pulled over by a cop in Oklahoma, say, "Yes, sir," "No, sir," "Have a nice day, sir." Because if you get lippy with my brother, you're going to end up in the hospital. That's the kind of cop he is. He's proud of it. And he's the chief of police in a small town. And no one gets lippy with him. Not even his wife, okay? Even my mother was under the curse of violence. And when she would whoop us, oh boy, whoo! And so as a child, surrounded by violence, and it's in my genes. I believe that we inherited this from our father and from our mother. We inherited this demon of violence. And is it a demon? Yeah, because it's 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 potentially deadly, and it is never healthy. It's not healthy. I often am fascinated by people that I meet who have never practiced any violence. I've met people who have never gotten in a single fight. They've never hit anyone or been hit. Um, wow. I try to understand that. What do you do when someone upsets you? I, you know, and I always have a pattern in my life of going way too far. Like someone will offend me this much, and then I'll go all the way to volcano level. And I gotta say, meditation and yoga and hypnosis, they have taught me self control, self reflection. And I didn't want to make this video today. I almost didn't do it. But part of my spiritual practice is to admit when I have a problem, be open and honest. This is how I heal and I get rid of my demons. Okay? So I'm going to do hypnosis today to deal with this problem of violence. This is my curse, and I want to break it.
Today, blow them all out. Big deep breath in and out. And as you're breathing out, all the thoughts are dissipating. Another deep breath in, deep breath out. So I just want you to focus on your feet while you're taking big deep breaths in and out. And you're going to feel a warm sensation on your feet as your feet relax. Big deep breath in. So you can feel that energy coming up to your knees. Your feet and legs are bathed in nice warm energy, healing energy that's going to relax you. That feeling is going to travel up to your hips, and your whole lower body is immersed in lovely warm healing energy that relaxes you. Another deep breath in, and it's coming up to your shoulders. Your whole torso and lower body is immersed in this warm healing. It's coming up to your neck and around the back of your head. It's coming around to the front of your face and your eyes. So you can just starting to feel that your eyelids are getting a little heavy. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Just feel your whole body relax, and your mind is starting to clear from today's thoughts. And I want you just to relax. Deep breath in, deep breath out. So I want you to take 2 deep breaths in and 1 breath out. 2 deep breaths in and blow out. Okay, so I want you to imagine you're standing at the top of a stone stairwell, a staircase, and it has a wooden banister. There's a candle lighting the stairs, but it's quite dark room. You can feel the cold of the stone underneath your feet. Can you feel that?
Yes, I can feel it.
So I want you to put your hand on the handrail and take a deep step down. I want you to look down at your feet and look at what you're wearing. And I want you to take another step down as you take a big breath in and out. You're starting to feel your eyelids are getting very heavy. Take a deep breath in and step down. As you breathe out, your eyelids are getting heavy. I want you to continue walking down the stairs, and as you go down, you're going down deeper and deeper and deeper into your subconscious mind as you walk down the stairwell. Your eyes are heavy, you're feeling very relaxed as we go deeper and deeper as you walk down the rest of the stairwell. You're feeling very deep and connected to your subconscious mind. and you're at the end of the stairwell. So you're going to come to a door. I want you to open the door, and at the back of that door is a circled room with a table in the middle. Can you see the table in the middle?
Yes, I see the table.
So I want you to go up to the table, and on the table there is a cardboard box. There's something inside that box. I want you to shake it. Shake it from side to side. Can you feel the object bouncing from side to side within the box?
Yes, I can feel it.
Okay, so beside that, put the box back. Beside that, there's a bouquet of flowers. There are roses. I want you to take a big deep breath in and smell the roses. Can you smell the roses?
Yes, I can smell the roses.
Okay, beside that, there's a really cold glass of water. It's so cold that the outside of it has condensation on it. I want you to pick up the glass of water and drink it and feel the sensation of the cold water going down your throat. Can you feel the cold water?
Yes, I can feel the water.
Okay, so you're very receptive, you're visual, you're able to smell, you're able to taste, you're able to feel sensations. So we're going to progress to the next level. So in front of you, behind that table in the circle room, is two ginormous giant doors with gold handles. The doors are made of wood. I want you to open up the two doors to reveal a dark, huge dark room. I want you to walk into the huge dark room, and in front of you is a massive ball of light. This ball of light is your higher self, your soul self. This is what the soul looks like. It's this big, huge ball of light. Beside it and underneath it is a door, and this is a doorway to different dimensions that your higher self or soul self wants to show you. So I want you to stand back and look up at the amazing ball, big ball of white light and just connect to it. Imagine a cord going from where you're standing up to this huge ball of white light. Okay, you begin to feel warm as this healing energy connects into your body. Can you feel that?
Yes, I can feel it.
I want you just to stay there and be immersed. It's going to give you small healing just to disconnect and cut all cords and to put you into the right state of mind to view these timelines that your subconscious or higher self has ready for you to download. So I want you to take a big deep breath in, breathe in all that amazing light and deep breath out. Okay, Alex, I want you to tell your higher self, your soul self, your subconscious mind what you want to do today. So I want you to intend that you'd like, you say it out loud, that you would like to remove the curse of violence from your life.
I want to remove the curse of violence from my life.
Okay, so I want you to ask your higher self to download memories into the behind the doors that we can view them dimensionally. So I want you to ask your higher self to show you where this curse came from, originated from, how it became a pattern in your life, how you resolved it, and how you deal with it as a memory. Can you ask your higher self to do so?
I ask my higher self to show me the origins of this violence in my life.
Okay, so I want you to walk through the door and tell me where you are. You're now in the timeline that your subconscious mind has downloaded. It's just going to flash in front of your eyes. It's just going to be an image. First thing that comes to your mind, what do you see?
I see myself as a child growing up in Southern California, and from early as I can remember, I was involved in crime and ghetto and drugs. Not ghetto, we call it a barrio because we're Hispanic. And I see cholos and I see men who pride themselves on their violence.
Mhm.
And I see me as a vulnerable child, not wanting to be vulnerable.
So you can sense this violence everywhere you go, and it's nearly normal.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so I want you to walk around that scene. Is there anything that is illuminating or highlighting itself for you to look at? The memory will flash in your mind.
I remember the first ugly fight I got into. It was with my own best friend, and I was only in fifth grade, maybe,
Hmm.
and the fight was going on forever because we didn't know how to fight because we were dumb
Hmm.
kids. But there was this crowd of school kids around us, and there were also men in the crowd. There were grown men. And what happened was when we got tired and didn't want to fight no more, the crowd just pushed us back to fight more, pushing us to fight. And then I remember that I got infected with the bloodlust because finally I won the fight. It seemed like forever, hours. And then I was in such a frenzy from the crowd that I grabbed his head and I pounded on the street. And I'm ashamed of that because that was my best friend.
Hmm.
And from then on, some fights I won, other fights, but then fighting was part of my life. It was part of it.
And how did it make you feel when you were fighting? Describe the emotion.
Well, I can be honest, I don't like to lose the fight.
Yeah.
I don't like
So you're in it.
getting punched in the nose does not feel good. And
Mm-hmm.
also, losing as you get to be an adult, losing a fight is much worse than just getting punched in the nose. But that only made me more ruthless and to make sure I didn't lose.
Hmm.
And it's an ugly cycle. And then meanwhile, not everyone was in that cycle. There were other students at school who never got in fights and they had
Hmm.
normal lives and they didn't have, you know, they go play jump rope at recess and stuff and they have normal lives.
Hmm.
Um, I remember when my mom would send me to church and I would see the other kids and I'd be like, how can we be so different and we live in the same city?
Hmm. So how did it make you feel in that instance when you saw the kids from other parts of the city where you were from? Did it make you feel good or bad or powerful or?
It made me feel different.
Hmm. Okay, so I just want you to take a big deep breath in, a deep breath out. Know that you're safe. And throughout your past, you've always been safe. There's never been any fight that you weren't able for. So I want you just to close your eyes, or with your eyes closed, I want you just to allow the next memory to come to your mind.
The next memory,
Yeah.
well, I think I know why I struggle with violence because
Hmm.
the world is an ugly place and it's full of cruel people and
Hmm.
dangerous people. There are rapists and killers and everything in between.
Hmm.
And I refuse to be a victim, and so I can't reconcile. I mean, okay, as I study spirituality, and then I hear the monks who have they refuse to be violent even on the threat of death. And there's a part of me that says, no way could I ever do that. That
Mm.
no way. And I don't think that will ever change. I think if you tore that out of me, there would just be some bones left. There's nothing left. That's who. It's too
Yeah.
ingrained in me. Uh, that said, I don't want to. I don't want to engage in unnecessary violence, if that
Mm-hmm.
makes sense. So I
Mm-hmm.
want to be like, if there's a real threat, I want to be able to be violent. Okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't want to lose control over a slight insult. Um,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I don't want to lose control. I want to, if that makes sense. A hero fights
Mm-hmm.
for defend his family and defend his life, right? But he doesn't be a bully. He doesn't lose his cool, and
Starts fight.
he doesn't start fights, and he also see. I have a pattern of people would say, "Damn, you took that way too far," like because I don't stop until my anger goes away, and sometimes that could take a while. And
Mm-hmm.
so that is a problem. That's one thing that helps so much is the meditation. And so
Mm-hmm.
I think in a way, I've helped people with hypnosis, but who my number one client is? Myself. Because
Yeah.
when I tell someone else to do meditation and then I'm not a hypocrite, I do it. And so
Mm-hmm.
I gain the most benefit because the person I am today is night and day to the person I used to be. In fact, it's like describing another person because
Yeah.
I have nothing in common with that person. But
Okay.
I still get flare ups. Like if someone offends me certain ways, like there are some things I could just laugh about. Well, you're trying to hurt my feeling, but some things cut me to the core, and then I
Mm-hmm.
react poorly, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
I've developed these ways to like, um, okay, Alex, when you if I always want to step back because usually it's me that's going too far, not the other. In other words, I don't want to be the bully. I don't want to start things.
Or provoke
I don't
someone.
want to provoke, you know.
Mhm. Okay, so let's get some answers. I want you to come through that door and come back to the big, huge ball of light, your soul self, your higher self, and I want you to connect up to that again. So we're going to start asking your higher self some answers. So, what question that has, profound question you have about the violence in your life and why you experience that as a timeline? I want you to ask your higher self a question.
Higher self, why is violence a problem for me?
And listen, and what does it say?
He says that in my early life, the violence was not a problem because it was necessary, and I wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
be I wouldn't be here today if I had not defended myself and sometimes been violent. But uh, now that I'm in a place where no one's really threatening me, is the violence is like it's a tool that's no longer useful
Mm-hmm.
because